Hello, good morning, and happy Thursday, everybody. This is Shane with the Learn Bitcoin app. I am going to introduce you to this app today and give you a brief tour so that you are familiar with it when you download and log in. I think my microphone's a little too high there. All right, let's try that. So looking at the first start page here, when you get inside, guys, you'll see a couple little things. The Bitcoin price. Now, this is coming in through an API, so it's going to update about every 5 minutes. Obviously, the price changes every second, but this does a good job of updating every 5 minutes, like I said, and you should have a relatively accurate price of Bitcoin. This is going to give you a Satoshis per dollar price right here, based on the price today at 109,874. $1 would buy you 910 sats. For you guys that are new, that means Satoshis. So every unit of Bitcoin breaks down to a Satoshi. The suggested fees are 1 sat I don't know what that is, actually. Let me do some research before I actually go live with that. Mempool count. The mempool is where stored transactions accumulate. That's how many are in line waiting to get transacted or verified, excuse me. So you can see there's a lot of activity in the main pool right now. Last progress, obviously this hasn't started because this is me and I haven't taken the test yet, so that looks pretty stupid. Let's refresh the snapshot and you can see everything is updated again. Excuse me there. So this is how this works. You're going to have a little bit of a roadmap here. Your 5-step track, your self-custody checklist, and then fee calculators and Explorer. This is the things that you want to do kind of right away before you get started. Once you start making your purchases and you've got a wallet all picked out and everything, you can kind of move forward over here to the beginner's quiz, your Bitcoin brief, and the basics on Lightning. Lightning Network is just a faster way to send Bitcoin. Don't really pay too much attention to that until you get into it. Get the basics over here in the Now section. Later on in the thing, you'll learn about multi-signatures, which is if you're in business and you have more than one person in control of a wallet, you can set it up so that 2 out of 3 people have to sign before the transaction is sent. Different structures like that for organizations. Languages is going to be basically different kinds of hashing algorithms and different kinds of things. You know, a lot of the words in the Bitcoin and crypto space do not have a translation at this point, so there's a little bit of interesting stuff in that. And then offline playbook, this is going to teach you how to store your Bitcoin and take it completely offline so that no prying eyes can see it or touch it. You'll also have an FAQ section, which all good websites and apps do. A one-click delete my account, which I think that actually might be 2 clicks, but don't hold me to that. Then we'll have a change log and a feature update. We're going to be pushing new updates to this quite frequently. I've got full-time developers now, so we're good to go. And here is your 5-step plan in action. Buy a little Bitcoin, set up self-custody, do a $5 test. Now, a lot of people think that they need to just go ahead and ape in and buy a whole Bitcoin, and they don't have $110,000 to do that. Guys, you can buy $5. You can buy $10. You can do the tiniest little bit of a Bitcoin purchase just to learn about it and see how simple it actually is. Then we're going to teach you how to lock it down, how to take your Bitcoin off of an exchange, send it to your own wallet, and actually have self-custody, which is the name of the game with this. And then next phase of this, I guess you could call it level 5, is going to be level up smart. So step 1, buy Bitcoin, not crypto. And you have to understand that there is a difference between Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin obviously is written on cryptography, but when we talk about it, it has a lot more to offer than just cryptocurrency. So we'll get into that later on in some of the advanced lessons. For now, we just want you to be able to buy Bitcoin safely. And then this is a good little pros and cons, the explanation section, if you will, of Bitcoin. And this is going to be broken down in plain English, as quick and easy as possible. So, that's a nice little section. We'll go into that at another time too. Self-custody, again, is going to be today. We want to teach you how to set up a wallet, how to set up your seed phrase, and make sure that you have it written down somewhere. Again, I'll say this multiple times, never share your seed phrase. Do not take a picture of it. Do not write it in your phone apps. Do not send yourself a text message. That seed phrase is essentially your wallet, and you need to keep that on a piece of paper, hidden away in a safe or a safe place where you are the only one that can see it. Okay, we're going to give you the self-custody setup, and there's a whole checklist involved and everything with that. And then we'll give you a brief tutorial over here about the different kinds of wallets, hot, cold, custodial, non-custodial. We'll break all that stuff down for you. Step 3 is going to be that $5 transaction that we talked about up top. We're going to teach you how to buy, move, and own Bitcoin over the course of this whole entire app. And we're hoping that you'll have good habits by the time you get done with it. This will show you your first transaction. This will explain fees and the mempool a little further so that you understand that every Bitcoin transaction does have a fee associated with it. And these fees are always changing. You cannot just look at a dollar amount and say, oh, it's going to be 3% or oh, it's going to be 4%. That does not exist in the Bitcoin world. You actually have miners out there who are bidding on these transactions and who are willing to pay less or more than the next guy in line. So that's a whole nother little subsection culture of this, the mining culture, that we'll get into a little bit later on in some of the advanced lessons. Protect your stack, guys. Backups, passphrases. You're going to have to learn how to do some of these things if you're not already doing 2FAs and that kind of stuff online. We're going to give you security basics, and then we're going to show you how to back up and recover your wallets. Say, you drop your phone in the ocean, you're on a cruise or whatever, you need to grab that wallet back somehow. This is going to teach you how to do that. That Bitcoin is not lost in the ocean. It exists out there in cyberspace, and we're going to teach you how to go ahead and get it back. Step 5 is to level up when you're ready. I talked about the Lightning Network earlier. One of the big character flaws of Bitcoin is that it does take about 10 minutes to verify a transaction, okay? And so that's never going to work in an environment where you have to do things very fast. If you want to go to your grocery store and buy some food, you don't want to have to stand there for 10 minutes waiting for a transaction to verify. You want to get that food and go home and get fed, right? So, early Bitcoin, for as great as it was and great as it is flawed a little bit. And so we'll get into the Lightning basics and everything for later. Taxes and reporting. Guys, I had a lot of trouble with the IRS over the years, and I want to tell you, they know what you're doing, okay? Don't ever think that you can just hide from the tax man. He's going to find you. Trusted resources. These are going to be different websites, platforms, wallets, explorers, tools, just different things that we endorse or promote here. You can see down at the bottom, everything in one place. Again, a lot of this stuff is redundant, but that's why I made this. I want you guys to have every single resource you can get. And then at the very bottom, if you guys love the site, if you guys love the app, please go ahead and give me a review somewhere. Share it with your family and friends. Let's go ahead and build the Bitcoin ecosystem. I've been in this since 2012, and it's been a ride, I got to tell you. So this is my first video promoting this app, and so I hope you'll come back and watch with me in the future. Thanks, guys.